There is something beautiful happening in business right now. The feminine is rising, right? And this doesn't mean that women are rising only. It actually means that both men and women, but the feminine inside of us all are rising. So something to understand is that we all have an inner feminine and masculine inside of us. Carl Jung says that it's called the anima or the animus. And to master life is to master the dance between the two. So a good example of the masculine patriarchal corporation, and I'm just going to kind of use that generalized term just for this sake of explaining this, is, trial and error, getting things done, setting the goal, taking the initiative, really getting things done in a conceptual way, compartmentalizing things to see them as separate, So what happens is that in a lot of our corporate worlds and in any type of business, women tend to take on the masculine role, which is what I did. I became this independent woman and I was taking initiative, but there are some things with my feminine that were lacking. And so what we're seeing is this feminine essence, right? Which the feminine, to understand one thing, is that we want to know why. We want to know the intention. We're all about empathy. We're all about relationships. We're all about transformation and change and being able to innovate with our creativity, right? And so what happens is that we overlook those aspects, right? And so the feminine wants to know why. And what's beautiful about this is that the feminine is a representation of water, whereas the masculine is fire. And so because the feminine is a water principle, water has the ability to know our intentions. There's a good book called The Messages in Water by Masaru Emoto. He wrote that water's molecular structure, the crystallization of water, actually changes depending on our intention, right? And so the feminine is here to ask us why. The feminine is rising to ask us why we do the things that we do. And as this feminine rises, we want to know the true intentions behind these businesses. Now, if the masculine or the businesses are imbalanced with the masculine, they are going to have all of their intention for their bottom line, meaning that they want to make the most money for themselves. They outsource their materials, their technologies to maybe factories in China so that they reduce the cost, but that means that the quality is not as good. And this really started in the Industrial Revolution, mass producing these products for profit. So this old model is profit over people. Now we're moving away from that model. So as this feminine rises, the water, bringing of the flood, the feminine is coming, and we want to know why. And the true intentions are going to be surfacing now. The true intentions behind everything we do is going to be surfacing now. So I encourage you to really look at this and ask yourself, what are the true intentions of your business? Whatever you're doing for your life, what are the true intentions? We just want to know why, right? And actually implement this in the way you share your product. First of all, if it's a great product and it passes all those check marks of a conscious business model, meaning, high quality products, they're made with intention, you treat your employees right, you're not mass producing it, it's not outsourced, you're really looking at the company as a whole. So this is a very feminine, holistic view. Once you pass all of that, share your intention with the world. If you guys are in sales, if you're in anything that is sharing your product, share the intention. So for me in my business, it's a water business. How beautiful is that, right? It's a feminine business model based on word of mouth marketing, which basically means that when my clients use my water, they heal, they transform, they feel the benefits. And what do? I incentivize them. I give them referral commissions, meaning that, hey, if you love the water and you want to share that with your friends and family, I'm going to incentivize that, because it's all about relationship building here. That is the bringing of the water, right? And seeing that water is such a beautiful tool in our business to share. If water holds intention, we have the ability to share our healing water with the world and transfer love and transfer truth and intention. And as the water heals people, detoxes them, cleanses them, it brings up truth. I just saw this as a beautiful alchemical process going on right now in our society, where as the feminine starts rising, it's going to be bringing this flood. And we all want to know the truth. We want to know that this is a holistic company. We want to know that this is bettering the world. So as this really rises, I encourage you guys to take a masculine objective view, step back from it, but also through your experiences, because the feminine is based on experience, right? That's how we really analyze our realities, where the masculine is more objective. It takes itself out of the situation. It has that ability to disassociate. We're going to becoming one. This is the path of a conscious business model. This is the path of ascension business. We are valuing ourselves. We're still asking for money. We're seeing money as a spiritual tool, but we're also not falling into the old masculine way of just doing things for profit. We're here for the people, and the feminine is rising.